Hi guys, Justin here, welcome Farm 26, and yeah, we're gonna start corn with this. I don't know how far we're gonna, or how much we will or won't do. It's a matter of checking fields for moistures and whatnot, but I've heard some real low numbers, and I got a 16 whatever the other day, and it's been a few days, so we might be in the 15s now, and I can't cut beans on account of, well, it's been wet, so, and fields are green, so. All right, let's get to it. I like to know what I've got in there. So, I'm going to do this right here. I'm going to grease it without taking it off anywhere, and it's because it's kind of a pain in the hind end to get under it. And this head needs to get shined up anyway. But on these gleaners, there's a few zerks under here that are just plain hard to reach. There's one. This is the only complaint I've really got against these gleaners. I know you can get a better classed head, but you know, you compare this to a like a 643 deer, or I don't know what the international number is. I mean, they're all pretty dang close in technology. There, that's the two. Ow. That's this row and this row. It's a matter of flipping this. Now we've got access to here. You don't know how many times I've threatened to make these all a remote grease fitting. But I can tell you what happens if you don't hit them. If you don't hit them, you'll wear that sprocket and bushing and shaft out. And I don't know, I don't really know if they're expensive or not, but and there is more to grease than these, but these are the hassle. But the rest is all pretty pretty easy. And I haven't used this head in a few years now, or this would be the 3rd year. So it's time to put some hours on it. Not that we got to take the whole crop, but and actually, if you got a 436, or I shouldn't say a 430, any 6-inch or 36-inch row head, those middle ones are a real pain. Actually, if you got a 636, it's probably nicer because you've got quite a few of them out to the side. All right, then we're going to hit this little bearing here. This one here. I can't remember if there's one here. Yeah, there is. I know that shaft up there is. Yeah, well, there's a shaft that runs all through that couples between the row units. I got a few Zerks hit on him too. All right, let's show you. Well, I need a rag. So just for a better perspective of what I was getting, you take and follow my arm, and my finger is touching them right now, the very tip. It looks fairly open, but there's really no room for access. Okay, and then under here, these chains are going to have to get oiled, but they're just put together with these little coupler shafts. So the greasing is already done in that with that one Zert. But here it is, closer up of our main drive shaft here, grease zerk there. However, in here, since it runs on that bearing, there's 2 Zerks. Well, it's hard for me to show it exactly. You can see it right there above my finger. And I'll climb under and hit them. And same on the other side. And then it's the, it's been a while since I've been here, but there always was some Zerk. Well, right here's one for your auger. I think there's one up higher too. It's been a while since I had to deal with them. And this end has got one for the other end of your auger. After that, we're really down to the front end here on these snap rolls. There's a Zerk right there on each roll. You know, the rest is chains from there. So I've been around, and yeah, he was buried right there. The middle ones on that sprocket up there are done. I should give you a good picture of them up underneath. I don't know if I did or didn't. But yeah, under these snap rolls right there, done. Yeah, we're down to oiling up chains and just giving it a good run. I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but if you look down there, my beam rotted and cracked. So I kind of wonder if it might not be in the cards, or might be in the cards to do something about this transport. It's it was a very economical transport, and that's how I'm going to put that. But the biggest problem is on your head here, you got this plate, and you can see the tire clearance, and you're always forever putting a tire right into him. And I don't know if the answer would be to shorten it up. See, then you run into this guy here. Yeah, I don't know what the exact answer on that is. Maybe a guy should space that back. You know, this pocket back. Oh, a foot, you'd already be clear. Then you should really have something on here to slide in or something. I don't know. And maybe that wouldn't be the end of the world either. You pin something in there that would, I don't know. I really don't know. I know that timber being rotten is no good. I mean, I don't want to take it down the road at all. But yeah, the rest of it's not too bad. I mean, it's a budget trailer. It don't trail. It don't see miles. It puts a head in the shed is what it does. So, yep, we'll leave you with that one there, and I'm gonna go put that guard back up on him over here, and he has just bolt, 2 on the other side, and he's done. It's not a big deal. Then we'll switch pulley over on the Gleaner. So we got our big pulley back on, tensioners tightened back up. Our I don't know how much I went over this during the radishes or not, but this chain right here that you saw me put on is the actual it's threaded here so your variable speed on your separator can adjust from the cab. Back tensioner and big belts on. We're getting fairly close to thinking about some corn. Obviously we got to pick up or take the windrow pickup off and grease it. Actually, grease it. Shouldn't need much grease. Gonna need some ATF though, and I don't know if I got that on hand or not. I might have to go run and get some today. Man, I cannot believe. So up there, you look at that engine. That was all orange before we started them dang radishes. They were just trashy. Well, I shouldn't say trashy, dusty. Yeah. I should take that corner off of this elevator here and clean that out too. You can see there's all kinds of radish trash in there. But yeah, no, when you get up to it, that's a hell of an angle. You're looking almost straight up. She's not quite 12 feet, but she's pretty close. Got the baler stuffed away. But I think we're gonna go for a little walk. So we're back in the graveyard at Dad's, and you know, old wood hay rack, I mean, they're good for absolutely nothing, but yeah, even though there's a stick across it, this is the corn planter I started with. It's a 456 International, running on 36-inch rows, and it's hard to believe, but that one there with steel tanks on it is the better planter. I can't remember what's wrong with this one, but there's something wrong with this one. I used this one the first year I farmed, and this one here for about 3 years after. I don't know what I should do about these things either, because they're kind of obsolete. I know deer plotters want them, but like this steel one here is actually in fairly good shape. Maybe I should go through that one and sell it. Got an old 630 here Dad picked up for parts, you know, back, he was one of the last guys running these things. And there's some remnants of the old dairy, the old Gaydon chopper box. We used to run 3 of them. Should take him down and get the running gear out of him. He's got a, I don't know what that one is. That's a Calhoun. Calhoun, doesn't say what it is. I'd guess it's 7 ton. But if I remember right, this box was parked, working. I'm sure it'd be a fit to get it going today, but it was parked working. Roof's about rotted out of it. I don't know. Alright, that's enough down memory lane. This is kind of my Moline junkyard. I got a few. They keep growing. Alright, so up here in front of the combine, I just thought I'd show you one of the most important places to grease that a lot of people forget about. And I know you can't see crap in here, but you got big pulley. Well, I shouldn't say you got separator pulley. He can be different sizes. But directly below him is this. There's the 2 chain gears. There is a zerk on him, and all he does is run on grease. He's just a bushing and a shaft. Okay, so right here, a lot of people forget about it, but that, it's hard to show you up in that wire mess there, right there. A lot of people forget it, and this one's been forgot too, and this is what happens. It turns this into a belt eater, and that's why this eats belts. Yeah, just don't forget it, otherwise you'll put a belt on every 100 acres like I do. So, I dumped the head off. I know I didn't show it, but we'll go pick the corn head up and I'll try to show that. Alright, we'll see how this does. I got you kind of where, if this was a hydrostat model, it's you're mounted right on the hydrostat handle. Okay, let's get squared up here a little bit. I know you can't see it, it'll come. We're getting there. Feeder house is going down. Nope, it didn't. There it goes. I'm going to set him down on the ground just to make sure he's somewhat happy with life. But I got to get on the level spot. If he's not in all the way, that bar doesn't like being in his home. Alright, I don't know if you felt that or saw that little jiggle, but that was him going home. Alright, I'll put the bar in and put the chains on. You guys have seen that already. Well, there's the evidence. Well, the evidence of rain and the evidence that every roll is working, even the end one. Alright. Well, I don't know if I'm going to get this to the field or not. It's still raining. We'll see what happens today. Alright, so I've had rain for a couple days. I give a couple days to let things dry out a little bit. And this is still set from the radish. So we're going to have to set him for corn. And all I'm doing here is just loosening things up to do that. One thing we know is our corn is going to be smaller this year, just due to drought. And corn field shelled, 1/4 to 3/4. So why don't we go 5/8? Okay. And yeah, this is the exciting part. Well, we're above 1/4. Nice, that's getting nice and wobbled on there again. I have to put that one on the need to get parts. It'll make it for the day. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know how much corn we're going to do with this machine or not. This is, I'm going to call it research. We're going to find out what we actually have. Well, you get the idea. We're going to 5/8 on this little pointer. So, someone said they couldn't see this, so yeah, there you go. Suitcase latch, not a big deal. And it's a suitcase latch. Then you crawl back in here over your spreader, and you see, yeah, I can't see it hardly either. It's a little sieve. We're gonna open that up. And I forgot what my measurement's supposed to be. I mean, you guys, some people need to start reading some books. Chaffer, setting of adjustable sieve, 1/2 to 5. Well, that's not anywhere near half. Yeah, it's pretty close. Okay. Our standard chaffer, corn shelled, 7/16 to 5. Actually, and we're actually fairly close to that. All right, we are going to do this number though. I'll open them up and get this trash out of here, because we don't want stuff going over a sieve. I mean, that's more important than I know you can't hardly see crap here, but it's all right. There, and that's, I mean, it ain't perfectly clean, but it's all loose now. I'm gonna shut them down just a little. We're gonna leave them nice and open. All right, let's go see what the field's got. I'm just gonna shut the little door. All right, got you set up. Let's see how this goes. Now I haven't plugged it in or anything, other than on a charger, battery charger. I don't think I got any quick start either. Ah, it is smoking though. Give it a go again. Well, that's not good. And here's my bet. People would rather see you not use ether than have that start right up. There, this one's for all you guys that like cold starts and everything else. A little ether. This is how much it takes. There you go. It's going to fire right up now. Well, here we go. First bit on our really had a lot of moisture corn. why we haven't had yields all year. I know you can't see the trees on the other side of me, but trees have pretty much taken every bit of moisture for the crop on every tree line. There we go. 2 cobs, 3, 4. It'll get better, but we're not even attempting to even think that we're going to win the world here. I mean, you can see them ears flying in. Some actually came out of the elevator. It isn't much. And as you can see, I got ragweed here. And don't kid yourself, this had a lot of chemical on it. A lot of chemical. It actually got sprayed early on just for it. Then it got the good stuff. Well, it actually got sprayed before it was even planted. Then it got it past the good stuff, you know, 2,4-D, and then we got the good mix. But here's the trouble: we were so dry that the chemical never activated. So now we're going to have to deal with a couple of years of garbage. There are spots in the field that look like this, but yeah. You know, Gleaner can still do it. Forget that it likes to top out of gear though. And I keep hitting the buttons wrong. So they're actually backwards to John Deere. Or John Deere backwards to Gleaner. I don't know, you guys can point that one out. I'm not even worried about getting any settings right yet or anything like that. Well, I could probably slow the cylinder down a little bit. I got to get into some corn that's actually worth combining before I think about adjusting anything. Just kind of opening it up so I can get in. once we get out in the field, we are going to have a bit of an average. This just isn't going to help us now, if you know what I mean. Opening up here is kind of where the Gleaner's pretty nice. Boy, they are much more nimble than a deer. You can get them into a lot tighter spot. I kind of wonder if that isn't even true with like 66 and 7700s deers. They're good machines, but they're not agile. You're never on the right road. Well, the deer are already coming to get their fill. They don't seem to be too shy of the bay ever. I didn't think I'd see that though. I never really looked that close when I come to this part of the field. In the pickup. But yeah, green corn. This stuff's been brown over a month. I think what it is just the stuff's coming back to life. We'll see if I got that one stock stuck in there. We'll see if I have to tighten them deck plates up a little. That might be a... Well, no, I can tell you exactly what that is. That's nothing to do with deck plates. That's got all to do with some of the roofs are already rotten. Then with this rain, that ground just soft. I'll guarantee it. And it's not too soft to run a machine over, but it's not hard and dry like it was. Boost my air up a little bit. Got a few cobs in the tank. Weren't big, but this corn, I don't think I'm set too far off it. I don't see much. Not chill. I get over a row. I get over a row. That's what I mean. I hate corners you're never right. I don't care how good you are. Take 6 more rows out just because we're here. And yeah, you're right. I'm going crossways for a little bit. And it is missing ears, but yeah, all right. I gotta get a rag over here though. Forgot a rag and these windows are just, yeah, not good. Lost more damn ears on this turn already than I have running over the crossways planet stuff. What do you do? You can't do nothing. It don't rain. Well, let's get back to our real garbage. I know it's not going to be. Normally, you've got the first 2 rows, you know, aren't perfect. And this year it's the first 12. Just nothing on them. Sometimes more. But we're going to get it opened up enough where the guy can at least get boxes away from trees. Man, I can't believe how this come to life. This is all brown. It wasn't hard brown, but it was all, there wasn't any green in here. There ain't nothing here anyway. Six rows is plenty to park a box, maybe not the third, but I got plenty of space to open up, so. Yeah, in a normal year, you'd already have corn up to the window. Well, I can still see corners of the grain tank. Not saying we didn't get any, but laugh to hear on the radio, oh, we can't cut, conditions are too horrible and it's logging worse and worse. Too much rain. Well, I'd like to see it. Too much rain, you might be sticking combines, but these guys are claiming 200 bushel corn. Well, this is 200 bushel. I want to see the check. Well, here's one of the challenges you get with new and old equipment. I think she'd take the roll tarp out if I let her. But there she goes. Oh, not quite yet. Well, I'll tell you what, we're just going to let that idle for a second. Get the radish out. Got our little mess on the ground. We'll bucket that up with the chicken. Let her rip. Yeah, I took a few samples in 18, 9 to 21. I think it was 21.4. Just too wet without having a dryer. We're not all like the big guys. Yeah, so got a little longer than intended, this one. But we know the M2 works in corn. And don't be too harsh on judging that corn. It was the outside rounds, and a lot of that was real close to a tree line, and the trees just kind of suck the moisture a lot more than a little further out in the field. Yeah, no, it'll be all right in the end. We know moisture yields are going to be down just due to no moisture in the growing period. So, but yeah, there's gonna be more ears coming in than that. On the good side is I did go take some more, or open up another field, and I actually got a little further into it, and that actually showing a bit of potential. I didn't meter it, or yield check it, or whatever, but yeah, you'll see, it'll get better. We'll show some not so dismal corn when we actually get up and going for real. But them moistures, you just man, more than getting room for boxes and just getting set up that's plenty enough wet corn. It's just going on a fan, so I don't run a dryer. So, well, anyways, thanks for watching. Yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Have a great one.